Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. While the world has been concentrating on the Russia Ukraine war, and I have also done a lot of programs on the Russian Ukraine war, one of the things that we have ignored globally is the crisis in China. China has taken a different path to combating COVID to what the rest of the world has done, including India. The rest of the world has concentrated on vaccinating their people, and even India has announced that those willing to pay can take a booster dose. The coverage of vaccinated populations in Western Europe and Japan is extremely high. Even in India, it has crossed 60%, with those who are afraid can take booster doses. But China has taken a different route. Its vaccine, an mRNA vaccine, has not been effective as the rest of the world. China does not want to admit to the world that it is struggling in controlling COVID. In the city of Shanghai, what has happened is there has been a surge in what is called the fourth wave. Hong Kong is also battling with surging COVID cases. Various parts of Hong Kong has been locked down, and Shanghai has been in complete lockdown for more than a month. An article in the Financial Times says one of the contacts of the correspondent, who is a contractor in Shanghai, has been locked down in a small apartment with her father for nearly a month. Apart from arranging for bulk food purchase through local WeChat app and standing on the balcony to see where the red lines are there, because those are the lines that a resident dare not cross or take retributive actions from the police. Police has also made sure those who have COVID have been herded into crowded container terminals in a bid to snuff out the disease. China is now following what is called as a zero COVID policy. That means even if there is a single case of COVID, they would clamp down on the city. Shanghai is the financial capital of China and therefore is very important to China. But it is not only China which it is important for, it is also important for the world. Shanghai is the world's largest port. Though the port is working in a biobubble and in a closed loop system in which the employees of the port have no contact with the outsider, there are disruptions in loading and unloading of ships. Already, many ships have started to queue up outside Shanghai. This means supplies to several factories in Asia are going to be disrupted. This disruption will be felt by these factories in only in a couple of weeks or in a month at best. Western world market, which depends on China for most of its goods, finished goods, is also going to pay the price. The price paid by the Western market will not be apparent now, but will definitely be apparent in about 4 weeks from now when it starts to pinch. In fact, during the first wave of the pandemic, the first burst of inflation was caused by supply chain disruptions. This created a spike in prices of consumer goods, and since Americans were given a huge dollop of stimulus, they went out to buy, further stroking inflation, which has now spread into wages in America. In about 4 weeks' time, one can safely expect that the crisis and ripple effect of Shanghai's lockdown will be felt even in America and Western Europe, and the price rise which is being felt there is not going to abate anytime soon. But more than America, we need to see what is the impact of this policy on the Chinese growth. There is a Chinese university which, by studying truck movements, is able to calculate the impact on national income. If a city enters a total lockdown, the amount of trucks coming into that area falls by 60%. If there is a fall of 60% in truck traffic, it means income in that city has plummeted by nearly 5%. This means that the implications for China's growth are going to be immense as Shanghai represents the biggest market in China. Also, the other city which is commercially important is Gunsu, is also having 30 cases of COVID. Therefore, most schools have moved to an online model, and there is a fear as COVID spreads, this city will also shut down. If most of the cities which matter economically to China are shut down like this, then the impact on the Chinese GDP is going to be huge and is going to create a lot of pressure in the global market. This will lead to supply chain disruptions across the world, and once again, prices will start to rise. So, China under Xi Jinping, who is going to start his third term this autumn, need to do several things. First, they need to find or import a better alternate to their existing vaccine, which has proved to be ineffective. They also need to learn to live with COVID, as many European nations have done, which have opened their economy completely and learning to live with COVID. Because if somebody has a COVID infection, he isolates himself and treats himself. And because the vaccines have been successful and widespread, the need for hospitalization has dropped and the levels of fatality are negligible and thus not affecting the economy, and the economy has fully opened up. China has to change its political messaging. If it wants to prioritize growth over politics, it has to learn to live with COVID and give up this pipe dream of following a zero COVID strategy. A zero COVID strategy will cause lower growth and affect the Chinese economy badly. This is a self inflicted injury on China by a strong, so called strongman, and must be avoided at all costs, while China needs to choose between growth and political correctness. If you like my content, kindly look at subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. If you can, kindly consider sharing this content with your friends and relatives. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.